going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Today we are checking out the final beer from the Fish series of Pipeworks beers that I got from my buddy Matt in a beer trade. This is Crimson Snapper. If you watched my last review, we did Spotted Puffer. This is the same exact beer, I do believe, but Spotted Puffer used passion fruit puree. This is a Citra hop beer, Imperial India Pale Ale brewed with honey, just like Spotted Puffer, but this one uses blood orange juice as the adjunct. 9.5% alcohol by volume. So I believe this is the exact same beer as what we reviewed. That beer was one of the most surprisingly awesome beers I've had this year. I gave it a 100, which upset some people. I'm not sure why. I got a couple messages on YouTube after I posted that video. People were like, how could you give Pipeworks beer 100, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, it's just how it was for me that day. That beer absolutely blew my mind. And one of the cool parts about reviewing beers and having people watch videos on YouTube is the discussion with it. So if you disagree with something, leave a comment on the video. Don't just private message it. Let others see it. Maybe people agree with you. I can already smell that beer, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I know people kind of go crazy when you give beers 100 because it's the highest grade a beer can get. It's the way it goes for me. I think I started doing numeric grades on beers the beginning of this year, and we're in July, so 7 months into this. I think I've given 4 beers hundreds, so 4 beers in 7 months got 100. It's not like I'm just handing them out. It's just the way it worked out with that one. So, needless to say, expectations are very, very, very high for this beer, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. You guys know, I say it all the time, Citra hops are my favorite, and this is another Citra hop beer. 9.5% though, like the last one, big, big beer. This was batch 733-736, as it says on the bottle. I looked that up. This was brewed June 5th, so time of recording, we are just over a month old. So the beer pours like an amber kind of, almost like a red hue, which makes sense for the name Crimson Snapper. The label art on that bottle, by the way, is awesome. It is, I mean, you can see a little bit of light through it. It's fairly hazy. I know this beer is unfiltered. Nice, like an off-white. We didn't pour that too aggressive. It says on the bottle not to, because it is unfiltered. But, I don't know, like a half a finger ahead, off-white, super tight bubbles. Carbonation's great. Looks awesome in the glass. A little bit darker than Spotted Puffer was, so let's check out the aroma on this one. Yeah, there's Citra hops. Seriously, if you don't like Citra hops, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. This smells crazy good. And you get a lot of that blood orange. I know Citra hops give you a lot of, I mean, obviously they're very citrusy, but the blood orange definitely is coming through as, you know, that adjunct that they're using. Just tons and tons of orange peel. A lot. It smells like a sweet orange, going towards like tangerines. I almost said mandarin oranges, but I don't know what a mandarin orange smells like. I meant tangerines. Like those little California cuties. We've talked about that before. Yeah, there's a little bit of like that green, grassy, herbaceous kind of piney note. A little bit of dankness, but this is big, just Citra all the way. And the citrus notes on that, man, it just smells so good. 9.5%. I've had this sitting out. You can see the bottle's sweating pretty well. It's pretty warm today. I think it was like 81 at work today, which I know a lot of you guys, summertime, you're dealing with a lot warmer temperatures, but for Southern California, it's pretty warm. So it's probably like, I don't know, 75, 76 degrees in this garage right now. It's been sitting out for about 20 minutes, so it's warmed up nice, and 9.5%, you're not getting any booze on the nose. And I've noticed with the other Pipeworks beers, they're brewing these big beers and you cannot smell alcohol on them, so yeah, this is just an awesome showcase of Citra hops. The blood oranges, just super orangey, citrusy, grassy, a little bit of dankness. It smells great. So let's go ahead and give this one a taste. Matt, cheers, sir. Thank you. Yep. Delicious. Gosh. These beers are so freaking good. That is just If anyone's had Julius from Treehouse, this seems like just a little bit lighter version of that. There's so much orange peel, like grapefruit peel, that pithy bitterness of orange, the sweetness from the blood oranges, tangerine. It's just a citrus bomb. So good. I will say though, since we just reviewed Spotted Puffer and that beer's fresh in my mind, I think the passion fruit goes better with the citra hops and the blood oranges. I mean, this tastes amazing. It's just a total citrus overload. The fruitiness with the citra hops in the other beer, I think is a little bit better than this, but this is amazing. These Fish Series beers, wow. There was a couple comments. I think people had mentioned they either hadn't had Pipeworks or their experience with Pipeworks beers weren't anything that they really got excited about. Please, you guys, give Pipeworks another chance. Get your hands on these Fish Series beer. Crimson Snapper, Spotted Puffer, Square Grouper, all of them. I think it's all the same base. It's a citra beer, and then they just do different adjuncts in it. Passion fruit puree, blood orange juice. I can't remember what Square Grouper was, but that beer was awesome too. We talked about that. But this beer's, it's amazing. 9.5%, drinks nowhere near that. This drinks like a 7% beer. Mouthfeel is nice. It's like a medium mouthfeel. Not quite like the creamy, intense mouthfeel that you get from like a Treehouse beer. But definite like a nice medium, almost getting to like that chewy kind of hoppy matter kind of a thing. But yeah, the bitterness middle of the mouth is awesome. Finish is sweet with those blood oranges. The hops stick with you. The bitterness from the hops stick with you for a little bit when you swallow, but it just kind of falls off after that. Ridiculously easy drinking for 9.5%. You had a couple. If you were to have a couple of these, you could drink them no problem. You'd be hammered by the time you finish a second 22-ounce bottle of these. But I don't know what else to say. Comparing this with Spotted Puffer, this one's just a little bit. It's just, they're right there as far as which one's better. I gave that beer 100. I'm not going to give this one 100. This beer is definitely world class though. One of the best double IPAs. It doesn't get much better than this as far as like a single hopped beer. I know you have the adjunct with the blood orange juice, but as far as citra hop beers go, this is incredible. I'm going to go 98 on this one, which I know is a couple notches lower than the 100. That passion fruit though, and the Spotted Puffer just takes it. It's just next level. But there's not anything that's sticking out to me that's really wrong with this beer. I just prefer that one a little bit more. I think I like the fruity hops, or not fruity hops, the fruity passion fruit puree that they used a little bit more than the blood orange juice in this one. But this is amazing stuff. Like I said, it's a month old at this point. I would still, in the next couple weeks, if you want to try and trade for it, definitely do that, or wait until they do another run of this. But yeah, those of you that had made a comment that Pipeworks, didn't really do it for you with what you tried, definitely try and get your hands on these beers. It is, all three of them that I've had have been absolutely world class. So awesome stuff. 98 from me for this one. Very, very highly recommended. Easy drinking. If you like IPAs, if you like hoppy, if you like citrus, this is an awesome beer. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.